While the world obsesses over Thai street food and Vietnamese pho, the Philippines offers an equally delicious, incredibly diverse, and shockingly affordable culinary paradise shaped by Spanish, Chinese, American, and Malay influences, where you can eat like royalty for pocket change and discover flavors most foodies have never even heard of. Imagine eating 3 delicious, full meals every single day for just $5. Not survival food or street scraps, but actual restaurant-quality meals bursting with flavor. This isn't Thailand or Vietnam, this is the Philippines, Asia's hidden food paradise. And almost nobody outside Southeast Asia is talking about it yet. Today, I'm taking you on a full-day food journey through Philippine cuisine, from breakfast bakeries to midnight street food, showing what you actually get for your money. Let's start where every Filipino day starts, the neighborhood Panaderia Bakery. The smell of fresh pandesal bread hits you half a block away. These soft Filipino bread rolls cost about 3 pesos each, that's 5 cents. For 20 pesos, about 40 cents, you get breakfast for the whole family. But most Filipinos don't stop at bread. They head to the tapasalog spot. Tapasalog is the Filipino breakfast trinity: tapa beef, sinigang rice, itlog, egg. This complete protein-packed breakfast costs 60 to 80 pesos, barely over $1. Add a cup of strong Filipino coffee for 10 more pesos. That's a breakfast that would cost $12 in the US for about 90 cents here. By mid-morning, the street food vendors are already setting up their carts. Filipino street food is an entire ecosystem of flavors most foreigners never discover. Fish balls, squid balls, kikiam, all about 5 pesos per stick. Kwek-kwek is deep-fried quail eggs in bright orange batter, Filipino comfort food. 4 pieces cost 20 pesos, that's about 40 cents for a snack. Then there's balot, the fertilized duck egg that freaks out tourists but locals love. Balot costs around 20 pesos and it's pure protein, beloved late-night fuel. By noon, it's time for lunch at a carinderia, humble home-cooking restaurants. You point at whatever looks good from maybe 20 different home-cooked dishes. 1 meat dish, 1 vegetable, unlimited rice, 50 to 70 pesos total. That's $1.20 for a meal that fills you completely until dinner. The seafood situation in the Philippines deserves its own entire chapter. Because you're surrounded by ocean, seafood here is fresher and cheaper than anywhere. A kilo of fresh prawns costs 200 pesos, about $4. The same prawns would cost $20 minimum in the United States. Take them to a beach grill, they'll cook them for 50 pesos. You've just got restaurant-quality grilled prawns on the beach for under $5. Now let's talk about the Spanish colonial influence on Filipino food. Spain ruled for 300 years, leaving dishes like caldereta and menudo. Lechon, the whole roasted pig, is the centerpiece of every Filipino celebration. A quarter kilo of lechon costs 150 pesos, about $3. That crispy skin alone would be $8 at any Western Filipino restaurant. Then came the Chinese traders, bringing noodles, dumplings, and stir-fry techniques. Pancit noodles, lumpia spring rolls, siopao buns, all Filipino-Chinese fusion classics. A massive plate of pancit costs 60 pesos, enough to feed 2 people. 5 pieces of lumpia cost 25 pesos, 50 cents for amazing spring rolls. Then American colonization added another layer: hot dogs, burgers, and fried chicken everywhere, but Filipinos made it their own. Sweet spaghetti with hot dogs is a beloved classic. Jollibee's Chicken Joy fried chicken meal costs 130 pesos, about $2.50. That's premium fried chicken, rice, and a drink for half of what KFC charges in America. Now let's get into regional specialties. Each Philippine region has distinct signature dishes. Bicol Express from the south, pork and coconut milk with chilies, insanely flavorful. A full serving costs 70 pesos at any Bicolano carinderia, about $1.40. Sisig from Pampanga, sizzling chopped pork face on a hot plate. It's crispy, savory, tangy, one of the world's greatest drinking foods. Sisig costs 80 to 100 pesos, less than $2 for legendary flavor. Kare-kare is oxtail and vegetables in rich peanut sauce, pure comfort food. This slow-cooked masterpiece costs 120 pesos at carinderias, about $2.40. Even upscale Filipino restaurants are shockingly affordable compared to Western fine dining. A full tasting menu at a top Manila restaurant runs 400 pesos, $8. That same experience would cost $60 to $80 in New York or San Francisco. And we haven't even talked about the tropical fruit situation yet. Philippine mangoes are considered the sweetest in the entire world by experts. A kilo of mangoes costs 60 pesos during season, about $1.20. The same mangoes retail for $6 per pound in American grocery stores. Calamansi, the Philippine lime, grows everywhere and costs almost nothing. 20 calamansi for 10 pesos, 20 cents for fresh citrus that elevates every dish. Rambutan, lanzones, durian, exotic fruits that cost a fortune abroad are street snacks here. So let's add up what we've discovered about eating in the Philippines. Pandesal breakfast, 20 pesos, mid-morning street food snack, 25 pesos, carinderia lunch with rice and drink, 70 pesos, afternoon fruit snack, 15 pesos, street food dinner, 80 pesos, late night ballot, 20 pesos. Total so far, 230 pesos, $4.60. And we chose mid-range options. You could easily eat for even less, or splurge on fine dining and still stay under $10 per day. Compare that to eating out in America, Europe, or even Thailand now. A single lunch in Manhattan costs more than 3 full days of eating here. London breakfast prices equal a week of Filipino breakfasts plus coffee and fruit. Even Bangkok, once dirt cheap, now costs double what Manila street food does. But here's what the numbers don't capture about Filipino food culture. Every meal comes with genuine hospitality and the joy of sharing food. Vendors remember your face and your favorite order after just 2 visits. Strangers at carinderias ask if you want to share their table and conversation. Food here isn't just fuel, it's how Filipinos express love and build community. Every region proudly defends why their version of adobo is the best. Grandmothers guard secret recipes like national treasures and share them like gifts. Markets open before dawn because Filipinos believe fresh food matters above all else. And somehow, despite globalization, fast food chains, and modern life pressures, traditional food culture hasn't just survived, it's thriving stronger than ever. Young Filipino chefs are elevating traditional dishes into modern fine dining masterpieces. International food critics are finally discovering what locals have always known. The Philippines isn't trying to compete with Thailand's food fame or Vietnam's, it's quietly being itself. 4 cultures blended into something completely unique. So yes, you can eat 3 amazing meals for $5, but what you're really getting is access to a food culture most people never experience, where affordability meets authenticity, tradition meets innovation, and every meal tells a story. The Philippines isn't just cheap to eat in, it's a food paradise. And the best part, almost nobody outside Southeast Asia knows about it yet, which means you can still experience it before the food tourist crowds arrive. So if you're wondering where to find Asia's best food value today, stop sleeping on the Philippines. Your taste buds and wallet will thank you. So yeah, $5 a day isn't just possible, it's unforgettable. If you want more real stories like this, hit subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next.